evening. Life is a long lesson in humility, once said by James M. Barrie. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's news in detail. Discussions are underway to exempt Bahrainis from the Schengen visa. It has been emerged. Parliament Speaker Fawzia Zain Al-Esseri met members of the European Parliament, including its President Roberta Metsola in Brussels, and reviewed cooperation. Families of security personnel who have died in the line of duty, injured veterans and COVID-19 frontline workers should be eligible for monthly municipal fee waivers according to a municipal proposal. This is the least that can be done for Bahrainis who have risked their lives to protect the nation, and Southern Municipal Council Financial, Administrative and Legislative Committee Chairman Talal Al-Bashir, who is behind the move, has said. A proposal to build more pedestrian bridges in accident-prone zones in the country has been submitted amidst a safety alert. MPs and municipal councillors have also urged the government to carry out maintenance work on all existing bridges. A global advocate of sickle cell disease, SCD, who is visiting the country for the third time, praised Bahrain's measures to tackle the ailment and said she felt safe here. Sickle cell warrior Anne Welsh said she has been left in intensive care situations following pain attacks during visits to several countries which failed to provide immediate care. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID update.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Art inspired by nature and wildlife photography were used as tools to raise awareness about the importance of environmental preservation and waste management. Photographers from Bahrain, Australia and India took part in the event Art of Earth, with participants ranging in age from 5 to 69 exhibiting their artistic talents as part of the exhibition. Strategies to promote tourism in Bahrain and attract more investors or visitors to the kingdom came under the spotlight at a major annual regional travel exhibition. This year, the kingdom recorded a significant and a successful presence at the Arabian Travel Market 2022 held at the Dubai World Trade Center. The Electricity and Water Authority's EVA initiatives to enhance the quality of its EVA, that is the electricity and water services, to various social segments came under the spotlight yesterday at Electricity and Water Affairs Minister Wael Al-Mubarak received a delegation from the advisory mission of the International Monetary Fund (IMF). Middle East and Central Asia Department Assistant Director Asma Al-Gunaini led the delegation to the meeting, also attended by a number of officials from the EVA. Bahrain is set to host a major global conference on the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is the AIDS, on September 22nd. The two-day event will be held under the patronage of Supreme Council for Health SCH President Lieutenant Colonel General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. A weekend weather alert for rising sand, dust, haze, and strong winds was issued yesterday. Rising dust is expected on Friday, becoming thicker on Saturday, with gusts persisting until Sunday, said the Transportation and Telecommunications Ministry's Meteorological Directorate. The ESA Cultural Center will resume work in the evening from Sunday. Under the new working hours, the library will open for readers and researchers from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. daily, except Friday and Saturday, it has been announced. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Health MOH provides several free e-services to citizens in order to facilitate and speed up the services required by them. They are queries on treatment abroad orders, premarital screening, pregnancy due date calculator, vaccination reminder service for children, child vaccination e-certificate, mental health services, that is Careboon, eating disorder test, body mass index BMI calculator, calorie calculate, ideal body weight IBW calculator, find out sleep disorder, asthma control test, visual acuity test app, sick leave services, anti-smoking clinics, Mawid app, transactions inquiry services, e-prescription service, e-employment services, interactive map, expanded testing, book an appointment to receive the COVID-19 vaccine services, registration for COVID-19 in-home vaccination for 70 plus years. The Ministry of Health is providing its services to citizens, residents, students, patients, volunteers and others. It has been announced. The Transport General Authority (TGA) of Saudi Arabia has set regulations for operating passenger buses in cities. The regulations stipulate that the licensee is obligated to pay material and moral compensation for any damage resulting from own mistakes. The bus is used should be designated for public transportation and its operational life must not exceed 10 years from the manufacturer year and must be owned directly by the entity actually running the services. TGA granted itself the right to impose penalties stipulated in the transport license in case of a breach of any licensing procedure to transport passengers by buses within cities. Drivers of these buses must have a valid public bus driving license. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, UAE President and ruler of Abu Dhabi, passed away on Friday, May 13th, which is today, the Ministry of Presidential Affairs announced. The Ministry of Presidential Affairs condoles the people of the UAE, the Arab and Islamic nation and the world over the demise of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the UAE. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan served as the President of the UAE and ruler of Abu Dhabi since November 3rd, 2004. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour kicked off in Dubai in the presence of legends like Iker Casillas and Kaka amid fanfare on Thursday. Dubai is the first stopover for the trophy, which will be taken across all the 32 countries that have qualified for the Showpiece event and the GCC countries. The trophy will stop in 51 countries and territories. The coveted trophy begins its journey with 193 days to go for the World Cup in Qatar. Private companies who do not comply with the UAE's 2% emiratization rate will have to pay or will pay heftier fines year after year. Private firms with 50 workers or more should have a 2% Emirati workforce and high-skilled jobs to be increased every year until a 10% quota is achieved in the next 5 years. Non-compliant firms will have to pay 6,000 dirhams fine a month for every unemployed citizens, which will increase by 1,000 dirhams every year starting from January 2023. Kenyan national Anna Kabila Duba was crowned the first ever recipient of the Asta Guardians Global Nursing Award on Thursday. On the occasion of International Nurses Day celebrated globally on May 12th, Anna bagged a cash prize of $250,000 after winning the prestigious title. The Ministry of Labour announced the implementation of the flexible working system starting from Sunday. The Ministry of Labour decides to operate the flexible working system starting from Sunday next, where employees commit to work for 7 consecutive hours per day, calculated according to the employee's attendance and departure time between 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Five-time Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was sworn in as the new Prime Minister of Sri Lanka on Thursday evening after violent mobs ousted former Premier Mahinda Rajapaksa 3 days ago. Wickremesinghe took oath before President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the President's house. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.